So I've been journaling for over 9 months now, but before I started, I didn't think it would actually be a me thing. I'd heard the good things about it, but I couldn't imagine actually filling up like a whole page, let alone pages and pages to make up the entire book. What would I even write about? But also more than 9 months ago, I felt directionless. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, and my mind felt like a jungle of thoughts. And so I thought, why not try journaling? I bought this journal to manage my thoughts and to hopefully draw conclusions to them. If I'm being honest, I didn't think journaling would last. I thought I'd maybe write a page and a half at most and then forget about it, but actually that's not what happened at all. I actually finished the entire thing. So I bought this. Another one. For the last 9 months, I've taken my journal everywhere with me. If I'm away for more than 24 hours, 9 out of 10 times it's with me. It's funny because this is literally just like a £2 notebook from Asda. Literally the cheapest notebook you can get. But to me it's worth so much more than that. And I'm pretty sure that my future self is going to be very grateful that I wrote this. Journaling has been a great kind of outlet for anything in my head, like anything I wanted to deconstruct, I'd just write about it. It's an escape from perfectionism, something that I deal with in other aspects of my life. But here I'd just write anything with no expectation at all. If I wanted to write one sentence, I would do that. I am outside, on the grass outside my flat. There are so many bees. They have a clear purpose. I used to spend a lot of time outside when I was younger, until I started to spend more time looking at screens. You know, it's messy, it's random, but it gave me direction, it gave me clarity, and it gave me time to reflect. You know, how often do we slow down just to think and reflect on ourselves and how we feel? Not very often. Nowadays we're either working or consuming or socializing, but journaling is specific time to concentrate on what's going on inside your head, you know, our internal world, to untangle the jungle of thoughts and feelings and try to understand them, and usually to see something that we didn't see before. So how did I actually journal? Well, for me, there's two habits that I've been the most consistent at, and these are the gym and journaling. I think one of the best, easiest ways to build a habit is to actually enjoy doing the thing. Obviously, consistency is key, but for me with journaling, I found that having no rules actually made it feel more authentic and enjoyable. I literally just journal whenever I want to, and sometimes this is as much as twice a day or as little as once a week. I'd say it's quite rare for me to not journal once a week. There were times when I didn't really feel like writing or journaling and I didn't have much to say, but I forced myself to anyway, and I found like this wasn't very helpful. So whenever I had something to write or I wanted to journal, I just would, and that's where I found journaling to be the most helpful. If I wanted to stop journaling after a few sentences, I would, but typically I'd write about a page, I'd say. So I usually journal in silence, but sometimes I'll listen to music, and if I do, I'll listen to the same song on repeat. I think I would recommend to journal in silence, but sometimes just listening to the same song over and over again actually for some reason increases my creativity, so it's personal preference, so try out both by all means. I've always journaled just with pen and paper, but you can do it, you know, on a phone or a PC. You can even just talk to a voice recorder if you want to. But I feel, you know, writing with pen and paper, it just has that kind of authentic feel to it. So how did journaling give me direction in life? Well, before I started, I never spent specific time to think about what I wanted. Of course I had faint ideas, but nothing was clear. But this is where vision journaling comes in, and essentially it's just journaling about the future. You know, it's about who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to be doing in say a year or 5 years time. And it sounds simple, and it is, but by just writing it down, it makes it feel so much more real. You're not going to forget about it, and that means whatever goal you write down, you're more likely to actually achieve it. I realized after I did this, without a clear goal or vision, how did I expect to get anywhere in life? I was just doing things, hoping it all works out, but by writing and figuring it out, now you know exactly what you need to do and what you need to work on, and it makes you accountable for it. For example, I wanted to upload videos again months before I actually did. On the 10th of February, I wrote this in my journal. I want to upload videos, but I feel embarrassed. I think it's stopping me. I don't want to be cringe, but I'm the only thing in my way. I kept writing and I realized, okay, so I have a goal to get better on YouTube and to make videos. And being truthful, the only thing in my way is me. And the only way to get to this goal is to make videos. And yeah, they might feel cringe, but if I don't try, I won't improve. And journaling about it, I realized That overrules what's holding me back. After vision journaling, your reason for doing something is clear. You know your destination, and now all you need to do is bridge the gap. Journaling has also improved my mental well-being quite a lot. I've never been to therapy, but I can imagine journaling is the same kind of thing, except you're asking yourself the questions. The whole point of a journal is to be an open book within an open book, to be honest with yourself. Most of my journal is just filled with how I'm feeling and me trying to find direction from that. Maybe I'm feeling pretty good about something, or maybe I'm feeling confused, or maybe I'm nervous for something. But again, it's you giving specific time to yourself to kind of process emotions and sometimes process ones that you didn't even know that you had. I think most of the time we actually know why we feel a certain way, but all of our thoughts and feelings are so tangled up that it's quite hard to see the root cause. But after specific time to try and untangle that, I think it becomes quite apparent. At least that's what I've found myself. And afterwards, I probably won't need to overthink about it anymore. It doesn't make bad feelings go away completely, but it does help to accept how you feel and give perspective. I feel like journaling is the most helpful when you have questions in your life, say you don't know where you're heading, or you're trying to get through this certain thing, or you're not feeling too good. I feel like that's where journaling has the most benefits. But if you're living the perfect life, if nothing's going wrong, if you have not a lot to write about, I feel like that is when journaling might not be for you. I also find that reflecting is very helpful. After an event or an experience, I might write to reveal what went well and to appreciate the good things. And I'll focus on the bad things, so I'll focus on if I made a mistake or maybe I wasn't as confident or as productive today as I wanted to be. So be honest, acknowledge the good and the bad, but for me, I find that acknowledging the bad is actually more helpful because you can identify what went wrong and then you can kind of learn the lessons to improve next time. That's what I do the most. I'd also love to hear about your experience with journaling. Have you tried it? What benefits have you found? Because I'm really glad that I started. Lastly, I made this intro for Halloween. Since it's not Halloween anymore, I'm just going to put it as the outro of this video. So I hope you enjoy the next 5 seconds. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.